Meghan Markle just did the unthinkable. After months of silence, the Duchess of Sussex has taken the internet by storm, posting photos of her children so raw, so unexpected, that fans and critics alike can't stop talking. But what's really going on behind these shocking images? Is this a new chapter for Meghan or a carefully calculated move? Stay tuned, because what I'm about to show you will change the way you see the royal family drama forever. Welcome back to the channel, everyone. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications, because you don't want to miss the truth behind today's biggest celebrity and royal bombshells. Now, let's dive into this breaking story that has social media absolutely buzzing. Meghan Markle's kids are suddenly front and center, and the world can't look away. First, let's talk about the actual images that set the internet on fire. Out of nowhere, Meghan Markle shared what appear to be candid shots of her children, Archie and Lilibet, in a way we've never seen before. No carefully staged portraits, no Buckingham Palace filters. These photos looked raw, unfiltered, and deeply personal. One shows Archie running barefoot across the grass, chasing what looks like their family dog. Another captures little Lilibet in a rare close-up, smiling directly at the camera. For royal watchers, this was unprecedented. Why? Because Prince Harry and Meghan have gone to extreme lengths to shield their children from the public eye since leaving the royal family. They've sued paparazzi, they've spoken out against media intrusion, they've drawn a hard line, the kids are off limits. So why all of a sudden break that rule? That question is what fueled an explosion of theories across Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and every gossip forum you can think of. Within hours, hashtags like "How'd Meghan Markle," "Nath Archie, Had Lilibet" were trending worldwide. On one side, fans were ecstatic. Supporters of Meghan praised her for reclaiming the narrative. They flooded the comment sections with messages like, "Finally, we get to see the real Meghan, the real family life." Some even compared it to Princess Diana, who often tried to show her sons William and Harry in normal, down-to-earth settings. But on the other side, the criticism was fierce. British tabloids wasted no time accusing Meghan of hypocrisy. One headline screamed, "Privacy Queen turns into publicity Duchess." Another outlet asked whether Meghan was using her children to rebuild her image after months of bad press. And it didn't stop there. Certain royal commentators jumped on the opportunity to drag Meghan yet again, suggesting this was a publicity stunt designed to overshadow King Charles's latest appearance, or even to compete with Kate Middleton's ongoing media spotlight. The split reaction created exactly what Meghan and Harry are both used to by now: chaos online. Millions of people were sharing, commenting, debating. And every time someone scrolled past one of those photos, Meghan's name stayed in the headlines. Here's where things get interesting. Let's look at the timing. Meghan Markle didn't post these images on just any random day. She shared them right after two major royal updates. Kate Middleton had just appeared at a charity event, stealing the spotlight with glowing press coverage. Prince William was preparing for a major international tour, which had already captured headlines. So when Meghan dropped her kids' photos, it instantly redirected attention. Suddenly, royal reporters weren't just talking about William's tour, they were scrambling to analyze Meghan's latest move. Coincidence? Maybe. But if you know how the royal PR machine works, you know nothing is ever really random. Some experts argue that Meghan is repositioning herself. After months of staying quiet while rumors swirled about her marriage, her career, and her relationship with the royals, this could be her way of saying, "I'm still here, I control my story, and yes, I can command the world's attention whenever I choose." Now let's tackle the elephant in the room: privacy. Harry and Meghan have built their post-royal brand around the idea of protecting their kids. Remember, they even sued photographers for using drones to capture images of Archie. They told Oprah, Netflix, Spotify, you name it, that the British press crossed every line imaginable when it came to privacy. So for Meghan to suddenly release personal, intimate photos feels like a major contradiction. Critics are calling it hypocrisy, but Meghan's defenders argue that this is completely different. They say Meghan wasn't against sharing her children with the world, she was against losing control of how and when those images appeared. In other words, this wasn't a leak, it wasn't paparazzi, it wasn't a tabloid ambush, this was Meghan taking control. Her children, her photos, her choice. And in today's media landscape, that distinction matters. The speed at which these photos spread is worth talking about. Within 24 hours, Meghan and Harry were trending on almost every major platform. Meme pages reposted the images, fan accounts turned the shots into edits and slideshows. Even mainstream outlets like CNN and the BBC felt forced to comment. But perhaps the most telling reaction came from TikTok. Clips discussing Meghan's photos racked up millions of views overnight. Some creators praised the authenticity of the images, others accused Meghan of staging the whole thing. And of course, conspiracy theories exploded. Claims that the kids were lookalikes, that the photos were digitally altered, and even wild suggestions that Meghan was using AI-generated pictures. That's the level of obsession we're dealing with here. Meghan Markle can't post a simple picture without half the internet losing its mind. So what does all this mean? At surface level, it's just a celebrity mom sharing photos of her kids. But when that mom is Meghan Markle, every detail is political, every gesture is symbolic, and every post turns into a media storm. Think about it. Meghan knows that every time she shows her children, she's not just giving fans a glimpse of family life. She's also making a statement about her independence from the royal family. She's showing that she no longer plays by Buckingham Palace rules. And that's exactly why this story is so explosive. It's not about the photos themselves, it's about the power move behind them. But here's the real twist. These photos may be about much more than just Meghan Markle's children. They could signal a brand new chapter in her Hollywood comeback, a calculated PR strategy, and even a hidden message to the royal family. In the next part of this video, we'll uncover the deeper motives, the hidden clues inside the photos themselves, and what Meghan's shocking move means for the future of the monarchy and her own empire. So don't go anywhere. Part 2 is where things get really juicy. If you thought Meghan's photos were just sweet family moments, think again. This is about power, revenge, and a game of chess that Meghan Markle just might be winning. Let's break it all down. Coming up. Let's start with the images themselves. If you look closely, they aren't just random family snapshots. Every detail tells a story. Archie is shown outdoors, barefoot, in a natural setting. That could symbolize freedom. Freedom from royal protocol, freedom from tradition, freedom from the stiff formality of palace life. It's Meghan's way of saying, my children will grow up differently, they will live free. Then there's Lilibet. Her photo stands out because it's the closest look we've had of her yet. Meghan chose an image where Lilibet looks directly at the camera, smiling confidently. It's almost as if Meghan is introducing her daughter to the world on her own terms, without permission from Buckingham Palace, without waiting for an official royal portrait. Some even point out subtle nods to California life in the background, plants, decor, lighting that screams Hollywood chic. That might seem minor, but remember, Meghan Markle knows how to stage an image. This wasn't random. Now let's talk strategy. Meghan Markle has been under immense pressure lately. The Spotify deal collapsed. Netflix projects slowed down. Rumors about her and Harry's marriage have been swirling. And in the UK press, she's often painted as irrelevant. So what's the fastest way to remind the world she's still one of the most talked about women alive? Simple, put her children in the spotlight. It's a classic PR play. Celebrities often reintroduce themselves to the public by sharing family moments. Think about Jennifer Lopez showcasing her kids in documentaries, or the Kardashians building entire empires around family images. Meghan's move fits right into that playbook. But here's the twist. Because Meghan is royal adjacent, every family photo she shares becomes more than just PR. It becomes a political statement. That's why the internet can't stop dissecting it. So how is the royal family reacting to all this? While we don't have official statements, royal experts suggest Buckingham Palace is keeping a very close eye. Remember, King Charles has barely seen his grandchildren. Kate Middleton and Prince William have never had a real relationship with Archie and Lilibet. So when Meghan suddenly shares intimate images, it puts the royal family in a bind. If they ignore it, Meghan dominates the headlines. If they comment on it, they risk fueling the fire. Either way, Meghan wins because she controls the narrative. Some insiders even believe this was Meghan's subtle way of reminding the royals that Archie and Lilibet are still royal children. Whether the palace likes it or not, they may not live in London, but they're still the grandchildren of the king. That fact alone keeps Meghan relevant in the royal conversation, no matter what happens. The online war over Meghan reached a new level with these photos. Supporters argue she's simply living her life and sharing moments like any other mom. They say it's empowering that she's not letting tabloids dictate how her children are seen. Haters, on the other hand, are doubling down. They accuse Meghan of using her kids for attention, of staging perfect shots to manipulate public opinion, even of trying to compete with Princess Kate's polished family image. This polarization isn't new. It's followed Meghan since the moment she entered the royal family. But with her children now at the center of the storm, the stakes feel even higher. Every time Archie or Lilibet appear in public, Meghan risks both praise and backlash. And maybe, just maybe, she's decided the praise is worth the hate. Here's where it gets really juicy. These photos may be the opening act of Meghan's next big career move. Multiple reports suggest Meghan is gearing up for a full Hollywood comeback, whether it's new TV projects, lifestyle ventures, or even relaunching her old blog, The Tig. She's been quietly setting the stage. And what better way to rebrand herself than by showing the world she's not just a duchess, she's a relatable mom? The family photos humanize her, soften her image, and create the kind of buzz Hollywood loves. Think about it, a Meghan Markle lifestyle brand featuring glimpses of her California home life, her parenting style, and her family moments could rake in millions. And these shocking photos may be the first step in that carefully crafted journey. But let's not ignore the bigger context. Meghan Markle knows exactly how much the British press despises her. She knows they'll twist these photos into headlines about hypocrisy, and yet she posted them anyway. That's not a mistake, that's a power move. In many ways, Meghan is playing chess, not checkers. By releasing these images, she forces the press to cover her. She drags the conversation away from royal engagements and right back to herself. And she proves, once again, that no matter how much the palace tries to freeze her out, she can still dominate the narrative with a single Instagram post. Is it revenge? Maybe not in the petty sense, but in the larger game of reputation. Meghan's reminding everyone, especially the royal family, that she hasn't gone anywhere. She's still a global force. So, what happens now? That depends on Meghan's next moves. If this was a one-off, the buzz will eventually die down. But if she follows these photos with new projects, interviews, or appearances, then this was the spark to ignite a much larger media comeback. Some insiders even speculate that Meghan and Harry might release a documentary focused on their family life in California. Imagine Netflix footage of Archie and Lilibet running around their Montecito home. That would shatter viewing records. On the other hand, if Meghan doesn't control this narrative carefully, the backlash could intensify. The press loves nothing more than to accuse her of exploitation, and these photos gave them plenty of ammunition. Either way, one thing's certain, Meghan Markle has once again proven she has the power to shake the internet at will. Here's the takeaway. Meghan Markle's shocking photos weren't just about kids playing in the garden. They were about control, timing, and influence. They reminded the world that Meghan isn't just a royal exile, she's a master strategist in the digital age. Love her or hate her, you have to admit, when Meghan acts, the world reacts. And that's the reason she'll always remain one of the most polarizing and fascinating figures of our time. So what do you think? Were Meghan's photos a genuine moment of motherhood or a calculated PR strategy to steal back the spotlight? Drop your thoughts in the comments below because I know this debate is just getting started. And if you enjoyed this two-part breakdown, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss an update on Meghan, Harry, and the royal family drama. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.